Did you figure it out?
Yes, we are live now. I had to press start stream. Sorry, guys. Our tech guy, Blaiden, isn't here right now, so it's up to us to knuckle.
I just feel like such a dummy trying to do any of this stuff. Twitch? Oh my God. I can't even do that a little bit.
Yes, it's rough here without him, but we get to watch the Packers tonight. I don't think I've ever live streamed a reaction to this team before.
Wow, I hadn't even thought of that.
And I don't even... So far, it has not been good. Oh my God, what is Nixon doing? Did they not call that? The Lambeau refs traveled to MetLife. I'm surprised Nixon isn't ejected from the game for that.
I missed it because my Wi-Fi was bad for a moment.
They're showing the replay now. Nixon. Oh, I guess it is mostly his back. Okay. That looked worse from the original angle. Jordan Lumber, DeVito. It looked egregious. It wasn't as bad as it looked originally.
No.
Yeah, that Nixon kind of rolled like out of the way.
He pulled up at the end there a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. The Packers are the fair and
maybe I'm stupid for not noticing this, but who's behind DeVito?
Is Tyrod back?
It's not. Is it? Yeah, is it Tyrod?
That's a great question. I always just assumed Tyrod was back, but because they were winning. Yeah, it is Tyrod. And if Tyrod goes down, how do you get a Little Caesars hoodie like me? Just search Little Caesars merch, I guess. I'm sure that page where that we got it from is up there, Matt. If you just... We were sent a link. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. There is no way.
I'm like 3 seconds behind you. Dude.
How are we winning this game right now? It's been like this the entire night. Nixon, you dumbass.
Packers, wonderful special teams.
We had it good for 1 year, dude. It's been awful. The fact that he was on it and then tried to get back up. LaFleur has got to...
That's what's so funny about it, is that he was on the ground with the ball, got back up.
Yeah, he was like, I can still go. This is the same guy who takes it out to the end zone.
Have you ever seen a player do that? I don't think I ever
I don't know if I ever have either. To be in that position, that was so brain dead. I cannot believe he did that. That was not a heads-up play. We are literally trolling every single aspect.
No.
Wandale's catch earlier was crazy. Carrington Valentine, calm down. Deshaun Jackson's touchdown return. That's a good point. Uh-oh, it looks like Matt is gone. Where'd he go? Dude! What the hell is going on?
I'm behind again. My Wi-Fi is killing me right now.
It hasn't been good, but you are about to witness something horrible.
Play 2nd and 6. Play starts from the
something. It's got to be.
Oh man. Oh man.
They are. This is one of the worst performances of the year so far.
You know, and it's like the second that this game started slow, I knew it's like I should have known the Packers were just going to go be like straight awesome forever, and they were going to go blow a dumb one.
So we got.
Oh, don't get it twisted. If the
our
Vikings win this game,
picking.
they're a game out of the wild card.
Absolutely horrible. Savage. That guy gets juked like no other. And of course, Saquon gets it.
It's sad stuff. It's sad stuff.
The baked ZD. Dude, his agent.
Oh, I saw that, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
Absolutely the funniest storyline of the year is just Tommy DeVito is really Italian. How's the 32-man league going? It's not going well, Gavin. It's not going well at all. Since Sleeper only apparently lets 8 of us get in. That means that despite our competency, we were not able to secure a playoff spot. Is that right?
I'm not going to. I had finally gotten the 8th spot back last week, and I pretty much just needed to have a solid week this week, and Pacheco and Christian Kirk both went out.
Yeah, Pacheco and Christian
Elijah
Kirk
Mitchell
both
went out,
and that's just
our surprise guest. Apparently, I thought you were at practice.
I was. We wrapped up early.
Oh, nice. Welcome. Do you know what's happening in this game?
Which one are you guys watching? I've had both on, but I haven't been paying super close attention.
The Packer game.
Well, I was on my FanDuel Live earlier, and I was talking about how I've been 0% on my Monday night predictions this year.
0?
Yes. It's bad. So I was like, I would think the Dolphins and Packers would win this game.
How is that possible, man?
I don't
0%.
know. I'm literally 0.
I'm trying to think about the Monday night game.
0%.
So I said, you know what? The Dolphins and the Packers, I would expect to win these games. But I'm going to pick the Titans and the Giants just because I've been 0. I've been
fading Kirk.
I'm fading my own analysis today.
Well, if the Dolphins lose, there's nothing you can do about that.
So I'm picking the Titans and the Giants to win.
You did that on FanDuel?
Not like I didn't like bet on it, but like I had a live stream today, and I'm just like.
But what did you say for FanDuel? That's where you've gotten your picks 0 for 14 or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, I said I normally would, based on how I've normally been picking, I would pick the Dolphins and the Packers, but I'm going to go against my instincts and pick the Titans and Giants.
Oh, so you're going to be right this week.
Yes.
Okay. If these results hold.
Yes, if the Titans and Giants win, then I'll be right.
Okay.
Yes.
So the Packers are working against or the curse is helping the Packers right now.
The curse?
Because if you're winless and you pick the Giants, the Packers stand a better shot at winning.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Good work. We're back.
We're so back, man.
And just like that, the Packers get to the perimeter and spring a big run.
So you picked against Philadelphia when they played Kansas City?
No, I picked. Wait. So I got one right then. I've got one right. I've got one. Okay. Let's go back through because I'm pretty sure I was pretty sure that I was over, but Matt, you might be right. I might have a couple under my belt, and that would be pretty nice.
Just insane work. I'm lagging like crazy, I'm pretty sure.
On here or like watching the games?
Yeah.
Just what?
Both.
Okay. I guess that answers the question, yeah. Okay, so Jets Bills. I picked Bills. And the Jets won. Saints Panthers. I don't know who I picked for that one.
What is going on?
What?
With the game, the Packers game, they just lost like 10 yards on a screen. Since
I don't believe that was a designed screen.
Oh, that was almost a disaster.
Oh, you're right, Matt. It wasn't a design screen. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, that was almost a horrific play. Gee, I mean, yeah, that was just an awful throw.
Love has been atrocious tonight.
It was a perfectly fine
What's wrong with
read.
him?
He was open. He just missed.
Yeah, that was a horrible miss.
I mean, that's a really bad miss.
He was literally just standing there too, like he wasn't on the run.
Oh, hold on. Your luck just might turn. I guess you're a little bit behind, Theo, but
no, I'm watching we didn't deserve for that to happen. We're getting bailed.
That's insane. What is 21 doing, dog? Look at this dude. He's just standing there.
Fellas, I'm going to leave and come back. I can hardly watch or be in this. I'll be back in a second.
Sounds good. Yeah, I don't know what what is
he doing?
Thinking. Just
worst special teams game of the year.
Got hit with a mortar shell there, I guess. Just poor guy.
A mortar. Yeah, the ball like grazed his shoulder and he like ducked and covered.
I don't know. Well, let's go back and look at the punt and see what happened.
Or are you watching on YouTube TV? So,
yeah.
Oh, wait, I think I can rewind.
So the gunner comes screaming down there and
yeah.
Okay, I see what happened. So the ball fell way in front of where the punt returner was, and the punt returner was calling for the fair catch. So the special teamer thought, the ball was headed towards the returner and stopped.
Yeah, because he calls for the fair catch, and then at the last second, he's like, no, clear out. But by that point, it's too late.
Yeah, I kind of understand what McCain was going through there, like based on Gunner's body language.
Yeah, he was just like, well, where's the fucking ball if you're calling for a fair catch? But you might just have to like. I still think you kind of if they call for fair catch, you just have to get out of the way. I think, regardless, because like they're not allowed to hit him after he calls for fair catch. So it's like, who are you turning around to block?
Yeah, just Kayvon has 12 sacks.
What?
Dude, now Jaden Reed just doesn't know where the ball is. I mean, this execution has been a complete joke.
That's a well-timed throw.
Yeah,
It probably would have been really accurate.
It's right where it was supposed to be. It looks like.
Yeah, he just stops.
The little smash concept, I think.
Dobbs is like, dog, come on. Yeah.
I have no idea what he was doing there, why he expected that to be on his back shoulder. Did he just not think the ball was coming to him and was like, oh, I'm going to go in second reaction mode
after
and
the play, Dobbs
broken play
goes
mode?
up to him and he's like, yeah, you have to know that's coming.
Unfortunately, Love might be more like Favre than Rodgers. He might be more like be more like Seneca Wallace than Rodgers, the way he's looked tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I assume you practice that. In practice, I assume you expect to get that. Like if you have a step here,
I have no idea what he was looking at. Yeah,
if you have a step in, like you're in front of the defender, you're behind the defender, you have outside leverage.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what he was.
You have like a 10 by 10 yard area to catch this football, and yeah, I don't know what he's thinking. He's like, oh, yeah.
My parents are chiming in.
Are they?
Yes.
In the chat, or are they texting you?
They're not in the chat. They're texting me.
They should be. I tell them to get in the
My
chat.
mom reports
send
this
them
is
the
a
link.
My mom reports this is a terrible game. My dad notes that it looks like October, which it does. And then my mom told my dad that she's going to lose to him in fantasy football if Dobbs doesn't get more catches. Dobbs starting for you in the fantasy playoffs is nasty work, Mom.
Dobbs is probably a better starter than I have in the 32-team league.
Well, yeah. You're the worst team in the hardest league.
It is a really hard league. Yeah, I'm basically going to lose today. And
Tough.
so then tomorrow, week 15, next week is week 15 is the playoffs. I'm expected to win my round 1 matchup.
Yay. Hang the banner. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Spawnhour.
I think I'm good now.
Skabuk.
I could be wrong. Nope, it's already showing me the bar going down the second that I joined this. Yeah, man.
This
Is it
is
over?
tough. Could you, I don't know why that would be happening, man.
Could we go live on TikTok?
I don't know if we can. Let me see if we even have account access for.
Tyreek's back.
Matt, did you see Jaden Reed fail to track the ball?
No, I did not.
It was really ugly.
There's a smash concept, and he was running the corner, and Love threw it, and it looked like it was well placed, but Reed stopped running and tried to go behind the defender like he was expecting it on his back shoulder, but I don't know why he did that and just kind of gave up on the play. So just another weird error.
Classic
Did you guys
Packers.
see the Tyreek Hill, or not the Tyreek Hill, the Cadarius Toney clip?
The one of him
Sideline?
very quickly checking the.
I don't
sideline
really care.
I don't really care
He was
either.
so far offside.
Yeah, it's looking that way. I understand why there should be a warning. I understand why they
You should have
usually
checked
get
the
those.
ball, maybe.
But I also understand why usually you get those, but in this instance you did not. It's been pretty clear. So yesterday, I don't know. Yesterday I thought they had a case, but with the evidence revealed today,
it's the receiver's responsibility to make sure that he's on the ball. Like, you're supposed to check with the ref.
Yeah.
Like, he did. Like, he really didn't.
He was simply
Someone
lined
said
up
it's
in
like
the
a
wrong
rolling
spot.
stop at a stop sign. Like, let's be real.
Speaking of pre-snap penalties, why is that guy wearing a jersey with the name on the front?
That's like a thing. Some people flip it around.
Really?
Never seen that?
I guess not.
Who's doing this?
I don't know.
Apparently that guy. Good rush. Oh, still good. Wyatt. Collapse the pocket. Oh, and now he's hurt.
I kind of want to see the Packers lose this game just to make the wild card as interesting as possible. It would be like a 5-way tie.
The Giants wouldn't be too far out of it.
A game.
That's a bummer about Wyatt. That was such a good rush that he just had. Cut into commercial break. That's not good.
No. DeVito does not keep his eyes downfield. He usually gets out of there pretty quick if things aren't looking too hot. But there's worse things to do as a backup. He gets himself out of there relatively frequently.
Matt, can you tell Hayden Hurst to play some football this year?
That's not a good thing to say. You know what happened to him?
No.
You should look into that. DeVito is not much worse than Minshew. Yeah.
What?
Minshew is crazy in the pocket. He kind of loses his mind.
He has amnesia?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I didn't know
Yeah, it was a hit.
I just keep seeing that he's like maybe gonna play and then he doesn't play.
I guess that's kind of the question is like I don't know what that injury like what kind of timetable you can put on it, but yeah, he's
I had no idea.
Not good.
That's crazy.
Minshew's not that bad. He hasn't been that bad this year. The Colts are funny because they sustain all these huge drives. Like they had a 17 play drive last week. They had like a 19 play drive the week before. So he's doing enough. Like he's also kind of force feeding Pittman, which has been a good idea, honestly. So between that and then the RPO stuff, it's a competent offense.
Yeah. It's got more pieces than not.
Yeah, the line is all right. It's all pretty good players at this point. No one's super crazy, but I think they've all developed the way you'd like to see. Outside of maybe Quentin Nelson, like I don't think he's quite regained his form of a couple years ago. But he's not bad. It feels like. Levis is crazy. Levis is more physical than Josh Allen is in terms of what he's willing to try down the field. He doesn't fear contact one iota. It's
nope.
This reminds me of an old Dom Capers defensive performance where they go up against a running quarterback and just get torched.
I mean, shoot. And he didn't shy away from that contact either.
No, he did not.
That was very brave of him. The Pacers are awesome. Halliburton is so good.
So I've heard.
Yeah. I haven't checked Twitter. They probably are.
I'm not watching the game volume. Savage is upset about something. Did he get benched or is he hurt? He's been pretty atrocious tonight, so neither would surprise me.
Doesn't seem like he's hurt. He wasn't on a medical tent. He was just
holy cow, Slayton. Yeah, just dumb, like getting that far upfield on a run. They're just
that would have been so dope if it was not a run now.
Yeah.
You have to consider that, man.
He did jump it pretty well. Just kind of seems like a little bit of a desperate thing to do. Just has been completely undisciplined. Does not resemble the Packers team I know and love.
What do you want the Packers to do this offseason, coaching-wise? Do you want them to make any moves?
One second. I'm watching a flea flicker that's probably going to go for a...
It's a pretty big play.
Oh, my God.
Doug, they were in perfect position down the field, were they not?
Apparently not. Otherwise, he wouldn't have got it.
Well...
That's bad.
It's got to be better at the catch point. Great job by the receiver.
Yeah, I mean, linebacker out
they
there.
They so had that, too. They were not fooled even a little bit.
Yeah, I know. They were right there.
A Tommy DeVito touchdown would feed my fantasy team greatly. Not that it would matter. I'm still going to lose. I'm down like 40, but...
A Tommy DeVito.
You let this Packers defense do its thing, and we'll see if we can't get you back into this one, buddy.
Valentine, too, is sabotaging his own teammate.
Yeah, it's currently... Oh, I'm only down 30. It's 58-86.
There you go.
All we need is like 4 Tommy DeVito touchdowns and like a couple DeAndre Hopkins touchdowns.
Say something nice about Robinson. He's made some crazy adjustments tonight. He was, I think, in the middle of an 100-yard game last year before he tore his ACL. And then this year has been kind of banged up as well. It's, a tough label, injury prone to break. But when he's been in, he's looked pretty electric.
Chad is saying that I was super quiet. Am I louder now?
You sound fine to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
3rd and 7. DeVito passed up several open players. Dude.
Disgusting. Oh my God.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Dang.
What a catch. That's a great throw, too. That's a nuts throw.
Oh, boy. The legend is going to grow with Tommy DeVito.
Yep.
Perfect throw. Not even...
Yeah.
Can't even be that horribly mad at it. I mean, he earned that one. Yeah, just getting completely outclassed. I mean, it's a 1-possession game with a quarter to go, so certainly not over. But holy cow, this is as bad as I've seen them look.
I hope it's a shootout and it goes to overtime and there's 4 more touchdowns on each side. I don't care who wins. I just need my fantasy team to have some... Honestly, actually, I need the standings to say exactly as they are right now because I'm projected to win. If the playoffs were to start right now, I'd be projected to win against Zach.
DeVito's problem. DeVito is a problem. This seriously feels like the Dom Capers years. Anytime they would run into a quarterback who could move, he would just completely dice them up.
Okay, who do the Giants play next week? The Saints?
Theo is scared to admit Tua is better than Herbert. Aren't they in a dogfight with the Titans right now?
They are. But the Chargers also.
The Chargers lost to the Titans,
like,
so
the Chargers lost to the Patriots like 6-0 or something. Or no,
they won. They
6-0.
won.
That's right, they won, but it was 6-0.
Isn't Herbert under 500? Yeah. The Chargers are
Yeah,
so
but you have to understand it's not his fault.
You wouldn't get it.
It's like when Drew Brees was under 500 for like 3 years.
Actually, that's a great comparison.
A good quarterback on a bad team, it is possible.
Yeah.
It can be done.
Drew Brees throwing 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards, 70% completion rate, and his defense being dead last in every stat. And they go 8-8 or something. Like,
I will say though, Rodgers had a defense just as bad in 2011, and he went 15-1. That was the craziest quarterback year ever, man. No one can convince me otherwise. 2011 Aaron Rodgers. He never got, I think, even close to those heights again. And he won 3 other MVPs. Like, he was just absolutely cracked that year.
Spears almost sold for the Titans there.
Spears has some DeAndre Swift in him. That was my takeaway watching him. I was like, I don't quite know about
he
his...
caught this deep pass down the right sideline and then fumbled, but it went out of bounds at the 5. So,
well, that's a good play for him then.
It was a good play. He just fumbled.
I did not see your comment about the ACC and the college football playoff thing.
Derrick Henry had a big catch on.
You are forgetting Cam Newton, though. 2015. I'm afraid that's the year I'm taking of any quarterback ever, forever and ever.
Holy this is a disaster flea flicker. The flea flicker?
Yes. I gotta go. I have to rewatch this. Hold on.
I hate flea flickers so much, man. They're my least.
They just tried a reverse flea flick, like hand it off, pitch it to the reverse. The reverse pitches it back to Jordan Love.
This was how is no one open downfield after all that?
Because flea flick, like the last flea flicker, it worked, man, but it didn't work because it fooled anybody.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I mean, this was almost a horrible play.
Oh yeah. And the fact that you said almost makes it one of the better plays from the Packers today.
Has it really been that bad for them?
Yeah. I mean, it's bordering on like most unserious
here's how you
game I've
know
ever
that a
seen
flea
from
flicker
them.
is unserious. Would you ever call a flea flicker in Madden?
Yes.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Sometimes I would.
Because I'd be too worried about it like being a disaster. Yeah, the Titans just scored touchdown.
Yeah,
to Westbrook
they've got the
Akine.
dual box. Westbrook Akine, you say?
I think that's who it was. Yeah, that's who it was.
This game means nothing for me, but I'm beating my opponent in the 32-person league, 121-33. And Westbrook Akine.
Scoring over 100 points in the 32-team league is nasty work.
Dude, my team is nice. I cannot believe I'm not a higher seed than I am. I'm the 14 seed. I'm 6-7. My team is good. Like I've got to have I've got to have a ton of points scored. Oh, Bikini dropped it. It looks like.
Did he? Did it hit the ground?
Looks like it. Does anyone have Tommy DeVito in the 32-person league? That would be Blaiden who has him.
Yeah, I have Tommy DeVito right now. But I need him to ball out next week more than I need him to ball out this week. So.
Does anyone have Toure? That would be me. I have Toure. What are the odds? You ask about 2 people and 2 of us have him.
Yeah, that is pretty nice.
I've had Toure all year. Yeah, my bench is Charlie Kohler, Samare Toure, Isaiah McKenzie, Chase Brown, and Malik Cunningham. Thoughts on the Otani signing? I find it typical that the Dodgers signed the big MLB free agent. I feel like that's kind of what's happened throughout the history of baseball, is that they all get attracted to the Dodgers or Yankees. And the contract doesn't really surprise me. It feels like that's kind of what's been getting hyped up with them, and the location doesn't surprise me. So I wasn't too shocked about the news. I know it's been a big topic of conversation on Twitter, but seems like pretty uncontroversial to me.
The contract
given baseball's
hilarious, though.
The 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, and then 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, like whatever it is. The Dodgers are lame, but
baseball.
Has that not always, like, correct me if I'm wrong, because there are certainly people who know way more about baseball history than me, but to me, it's always felt like baseball is kind of like the Yankees and the Dodgers versus the field. And there's like the 2 stacked teams and then everybody else. And maybe it's not always those teams, but like that one, that sport is really dominated by the big markets.
And spending. A side or B of In Rainbows? Let's take a look.
I think I'm off the top of my head, I think A side, but I'd probably have to double check.
The Packers are the the Dodgers are the Rogers Packers of the MLB. Well, then what are you guys so worried about?
Look, it doesn't matter. None of this is going to be enough to beat the Reds.
Yes.
Let's go Patrick Taylor. We must have cut James Robinson, which is good. Obviously, it's not good that a player's career ends maybe too soon, but
it's great.
He was super washed, unfortunately. Kenyon Drake.
He messed up his Achilles, right?
He did. It's not his fault, but Cowboys offense is better than the Dolphins offense. I'd agree with that. I think the numbers will support that. That's a good throw from Love.
We're getting back into it.
Oh,
Rip the
Theo,
dig.
I gotta see the Little Caesars hoodie. I haven't.
Let us all see it, man. Come on.
We got the guy.
Let's go.
It's got the guy on it, and you got little breadstick arms. I like that.
Oh,
The
know,
breadstick
Matt, let me
arms.
go get my T-shirt so we can match. I'll be right back.
There we go.
Yeah.
Theo's mom rejoice. Yes, my mom's starting Dobbs in their fantasy league, which I am also in. I'm dead last in that fantasy league with my parents' friends. I drafted Kirk Cousins. It's been rough since then. There were also a bunch of weeks Saquon was probable, and then I started him, and then he would play like a Thursday game and be out. So I've been awful in that league. but one of the guys in the league, it's one of my parents' friends, so he doesn't know me super well. But in like the group chat, he was like, I was listening to a fantasy podcast. And I'm not sure how aware of who I am, like he is. I think he knows that I talk about this stuff, but he's like, I was listening to a fantasy podcast and they said Theo Ash was right about Dalvin Cook in the group chat. It's like, yeah, I am right about Dalvin Cook.
All right.
That was
Call
a good
me
one.
Matthew Sponhour with my white hat and my Little Caesar shirt.
He's got that Spawn drip
Matched
drip
me.
hour.
Why?
The dick riding is crazy.
Crazy.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
Blaiden looks like he does very sensual ASMR.
Stop. Get out of my ears. The Packers are in the red zone. All right. We got to lock in.
Saying.
They're dialing up another double reverse, which lost 2 yards.
I hate when my ass team runs reverses. That's one of the least. That's one of the least fun things in football. No,
you just know it's going to be a disaster.
Matt LaFleur is the quirkiest offense, dude. I can't even get too mad when he calls reverses because then I would be mad at his whole playbook because it's like Packers fans will complain about like, I'm sure like, oh, it's all too cute. It's like, dude, the entire playbook is too cute. Like he's just an absolutely off.
That's one of those things that I know.
Oh, almost. I know, Theo.
Visions of Aaron Rodgers flashed through my head.
I was trying to keep my composure.
Oh my God.
Almost so cool.
Mahomes. That's a dime. That is such a dime. Oh,
and that's just like a play that Patrick Mahomes would make.
Oh, would you? I can't do my Collinsworth.
I'm currently seeing another fantasy player I need to potentially pick up.
I can't do a Collinsworth. I could try it. Oh my God, what a throw. Now that right, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not even gonna try.
Cincinnati legend though. That would have been so nice if it had been completed. It could have been too.
He was way too late on that throw. I don't care. Plus,
very Carson
he was
Palmer-esque.
He was under some pretty heavy pressure there. He gets to the right side.
I wonder if there'd be.
He was not late on that throw because Toure was initially in breaking, and that was the structure of the play, and it was covered. So then Love started running around, and then he broke out. So he couldn't have thrown it like that corner route sooner because it happened during the scramble, and their initial thing was covered. So he was not late on that throw, unless there was something open front side that I missed.
Tough.
I'm behind on whatever is about to happen on this 3rd and 11 because I went back and rewound it. Comments are not indicating that anything positive happens to my Green Bay Packers.
It's not too bad,
but
not the end of the world.
No, it's not. Okay.
Mahomes.
I'm not that much better in the Dynasty League.
You've never been good at fantasy, unfortunately, Blaiden, in any league that I've heard you've been in. You're always getting punished and relegated. And
I am historically awful at fantasy.
Tough.
And it's weird. Like, I work with people, and they're like, "Oh, you've got like the football podcast, right? Can you like help me with my fantasy league?" And I'm like, "No, you don't want my help, man."
You get too into your guys. It's just a couple of guys every year.
I did keep Matt Corral on the roster for like 6 weeks.
This is what I'm saying. This is why you should take. It's just some guys.
I did employ Matt Corral for like 6 weeks, and he like wasn't on a team.
Starting Matt Corral. Why am I so?
I didn't start it. I didn't.
You were itching for the chance. That's because he wasn't on a team. That's why you didn't start him. He was at home like us, probably.
Oh, let's go! I broke in my. I have one other fantasy league, and I was on a pretty horrific. I was on like a 6-game losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
I was 5-2 or 5-3, and I've lost every game since. But I'm about to beat the best team in the league, so let's go. As long as Tyreek Hill doesn't like fumble 3 times, I'll be good. Bad kicker moment.
It's not good, fellas.
No.
How did I end up a Packers fan when I grew up in Minnesota and close to the Twin Cities? Well, my parents grew up in Appleton, Wisconsin. Both of them. So I've spent a lot of time in Appleton, Wisconsin over every holiday and summer. And I grew up rooting for the Packers. And I would usually get to about a game a year at Lambeau growing up. So I would have had to root for the Vikings, go against my family. Everyone loves the Packers. So I didn't have too much of a free will choice there. So that's why I'm a Packers fan. Have I ever been to Manitowoc? I haven't been to Manitowoc, but I know of the Manitowoc Minute.
Is it like longer or shorter?
No, it's just a minute.
But that's what?
You got some news on there. Big Midwest news on the Manitowoc Minute. You should check it out.
It's like a news channel.
No, it's just a silly sort of thing.
Theo, cut the accent. Who do you...
No, well, that's the bit with the show is they've got this. It's a skit.
Okay.
Some guy talks in a heavy Midwest accent and just talks about all the things going on in Manitowoc. Theo, why is Jordan Love so buns? I mean,
he doesn't want it enough, in my honest opinion.
He hasn't always been the most accurate thrower of the football over the course of his career, and he can be a bit aggressive sometimes, and both of those things have combined in kind of a horrible way tonight. And over the past couple weeks, he's been kind of good at being aggressive and making wild throws. So tonight the wild throws have all been wild and bad. So just no real consistency right now for him. Although obviously he was just on a good run.
What is all of your most painful sports losses as fans?
2014 NFC Championship game. Absolutely, by far, the worst. I don't think I've even felt the same about the Packers since that loss. I think that game fundamentally changed my expectations about
I don't know if I
watching
do know what
sports.
There's a couple of options here.
It's Super Bowl 50.
Okay, I figured, but I do remember you saying that you would rather have Michigan or Ohio State beat Michigan this year than.
Yeah, it's a bad one. Michigan is not going to win the national title, though. But Michigan, the problem is that Michigan is a much less likable team, It sucks you can't get those guys when it's like they're getting cuts on their face and they're going to a ring light and trying to act tough and then going to the press conference and not wiping the blood off of your face. You're like, good Lord. And if they had lost, the narrative would have been that they're the social media guys, because they are. They'll like go wear free Harbaugh and they'll bet. I hope Saban kills them, and when he does, I'm talking, man. I don't care. And they cheated. And they can cry all they want about that. They cheated, and the NCAA will bring the hammer down on them. Justice will be served.
My camera
This
just
I promise
died.
you.
2020, 28-3. It was pretty brutal. Yeah, I'd imagine.
But
that one just wins.
The thing is that Ohio State gets another chance next year, and they're gonna get, this will turn back to normal here soon. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Certainly Ryan Day will turn it around. The Panthers are never making the Super Bowl in my lifetime again. That's it. So
what's the most painful
loss is definitely the loss to go 0-16. I think.
I appreciate that was your mindset, and you weren't like all aboard the tanking train and were like happy that your team.
I didn't want to go 0-16.
That's admirable.
And you know what? Deshaun Kaiser broke free from all of this pressure on 4th down, and he made probably the best play of his entire career. Threw a great pass to a wide open Corey Coleman, and he dropped it. And that's what made us.
Oh, I remember that one. That was a brutal one.
Heartbreaking.
Against the Steelers, right?
Yes, against the Steelers. I think that's the worst part, is that we had to go 0-16 against Pittsburgh. It couldn't.
That one was pretty heartbreaking. I remember Corey dropping that one, and just his reaction to it. Actually, I remember that pretty vividly.
It's one of the. I mean, that's one of those moments as a sports fan where I'm like, yeah.
The 2019 the 2019 Clemson loss is bad because that's the best Ohio State team in my lifetime, and they got hosed. That was absolutely a fumble. That's the worst call I've ever seen in a game. But they got their get back next year at least.
What win brought the most joy and happiness? Well, for me, it was the Super Bowl. Since then, the Valley Oop was pretty dope. Ooh, oh my God, Runcraft.
I don't think they would have gotten smoked by LSU. 2019 Ohio State, no, they would not have. They might not have won. Dang.
That was a great throw.
Yeah.
Tucker Kraft on a post is nasty. Assuming that's the route he ran. No, I think he kind of settled and just kept moving between the safeties. Do I think Nick Collins would have been a Hall of Famer? It's tough for me to say, just because when the Packers won that Super Bowl, I was not 10 years old. So I'll be honest, even as a Packers fan, I know Nick Collins was good. I know that I remember watching his pick six, but I guess I never really developed a sense on where his Hall of Fame, where his career was going to stack up amongst safeties. And I haven't really researched it since the neck injury. So I guess I don't know, but I mean, he was a dog. He had a ton of, I remember him being awesome. So I'll say yes.
Yeah, people talking about Ohio State and that 2019 Ohio State in the chat. Y'all don't get it. I'm afraid. That team was.
Who was
nice
on
as
that
hell.
team? Was that Zeke?
Everybody, man. No, that wasn't Zeke. That was. They had J.K. Dobbins. They had Chase Young. They had Justin Fields. They had stacked wide receiver room. That's back when the defense was at its best. I don't know if they would have beaten that LSU team, but they sure as hell would have had a shot. I promise you that. They would have played way better than Clemson.
Nick Perry.
He said Zeke.
You're right. Zeke was way before. That was like 2016.
Yeah, Zeke got drafted in 2016.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I was tripping there.
But the best win is Ohio State against Alabama or LeBron Game 7, 2016 finals.
Best win, probably
Those are
also
good
against the Steelers. 2020 playoffs. My worst loss and my best win as a fan.
That's crazy because the Browns are the only sport. Like
Matt and Wood have made an amazing combo. Y'all the one who said that they would have lost. I think they would have played quite well.
No offense, but the Packers NFC Championship, none taken. Ladarius Gunter on watching Julio Jones in sandbox mode against Ladarius Gunter would have made me a fan too. Like, yeah. Oh my God. Solid 5-yard loss on another end around to Jaden Reed. What are these play calls? This is Matt LaFleur, dude. I mean, was happening when they were winning too. They don't have speed at running back, but he loves to get out to the perimeter. So he gives it to these wide receivers on these end rounds. And
that was almost.
It was a horrific play. I mean, that might lose them the game because it's 3rd and so long now.
That was almost a great play.
I don't want to hear that. Is that about the 3rd down?
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, but it was a great play by Banks. So
what is he doing with this celebration? He's going like bop, bop. Banks is a dog, though. At least the draft agendas are cooking.
That's what matters.
I'm leaving with something.
He's back.
Yeah, not a horrible throw from Jordan Love. Just pressure in his face and surely we can stop Tommy DeVito and get the ball back.
You would think.
I was 11 years old when 28-3 happened. I was 15. No, 16.
28-3, that was...
I would have been 16 and you guys would have been 15. I remember sitting there on the couch that night.
Was that 2017, the year?
No, it was 20. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, it
was 2016 season, 2017.
Yeah.
I think I would have just turned 16.
Yeah, because you have that February birthday.
Oh, wait, no, because I'm trying to think. I would have turned 16 2 days later because 2 years later, the Super Bowl was on my birthday. I think that's how that works.
I just remember sitting there with my dad and like my mom went to bed and she hated Tom Brady. She hates Tom Brady. And we were kind of like...
So does my mom. My mom hates Tom Brady.
My mom hates Tom Brady. And we were just kind of being like, it's over. Like, they're not winning this game. And she's like, they better not let Tom win. And like, it was... The comeback kept happening. And she's like, oh my... She just was like getting more and more mad at the Falcons. And she was mad at them from the very beginning of the comeback.
I bet she hates Kyle Shanahan right now.
I don't think that she's too aware of who the offensive coordinator was for the Falcons at that time, but she knew the comeback was happening.
Yeah.
And we all laughed at her.
And we all laughed. Ha ha ha.
My grandma hates Brady and loves Manning. Denver loves Peyton Manning. That's the number one thing I've learned about being here is like they love the Broncos a lot, but just as much as they love their Broncos, they love Peyton Manning. Like
really?
It's because he chose them, you know?
He chose them and then won the Super Bowl, and he's like obviously such a prolific guy, and he lives out there now, which I think kind of endears him to everybody.
He lives there? That's crazy.
Yeah, he's
That's
not
crazy.
he's definitely more associated with the Broncos like after his career than the Colts, and they love him out here. They love him.
That's because the Colts gave up on him, man.
Holy cow, Saquon. Saquon is the best back in the league, man. Him and McCaffrey.
Wait till Nick Chubb returns. It'll be over.
Peyton loves
Oh my
Denver.
god.
Yeah,
yeah, you're gonna want to see this Saquon run too, Theo.
Did he
Or
fumble?
Maybe you won't. No.
They're letting him play on.
Oh wait, what?
Carrington Valentine has the ball, and he's been running for like 60 yards.
I looked away. Oh my gosh. What?
Well,
They let him return back to the 25.
The guy.
Let's
Saquon
see.
looks confused enough that I think that he might be.
Guy goes down for 15 minutes.
I
ball
don't think
comes
he
loose.
fumbles here.
I think he does. Please.
my honest opinion.
Well, because he's not touched. Dude, he's not touched.
But it's
I
still
know,
forced
'cause
by
he
the
just-
ground. That just makes you down, right?
Does it?
I would think so, right?
He's definitely not touched.
He's definitely not touched, but I actually don't know.
Wait. Was he not touched?
I mean, he was obviously
wasn't-
on the
he
ground,
wasn't
but if he's
touched.
not touched, I guess
The ground forced it, but he wasn't touched. I guess I'm not totally clear on the rule.
I don't know that either. That feels like something I should know, but I just don't think I've ever seen somebody
I haven't
go
really
down untouched in a
I
foul.
actually remember watching a scenario like this, but I can't remember how they ruled.
Okay, so he's not.
Oh, maybe he did get tackled by Savage. No, he broke that tackle and then he tripped.
That's what I think. Ground can't cause a fumble.
They're gonna rule that Savage tackled him, I think. But I don't think he did. I think he broke Savage's tackle and then kept running.
No, there's absolutely no way you can say that Savage tackled him. That would be so
Savage
wrong.
didn't tackle him. No, I just don't think that. I just don't know if the ground can force a fumble.
I
think
don't have the
that's what-
announcers on. What are the announcers saying, Chad? If
Yeah,
anybody's
I'm not listening
listening,
to the announcers.
Where's their rules?
What is their
analyst?
rules analyst talking about? Saquon looks kind of dejected on the sideline and shaking his head. Are they going to rule this? They said fumble.
Yeah,
Let's go, and
it's a common misconception that the ground cannot cause a fumble. The ground can cause a fumble.
Unbelievable break.
The ground can't cause a fumble if you're getting tackled, because then you're down.
Yes,
And you can't fumble the
But
ball
if-
when
but
you're
if
down.
you're-
But the ground can cause a fumble.
yes.
You just have
it's
to
a
not
common
be
misconception.
tackled in the
Wow,
meantime, which is
what a-
hard to pull off.
Wow,
What a
that's
gift.
crazy.
What a
I
gift.
mean, they're
So
It's
much for
beautiful.
your best running back in the
Wonderful.
NFL.
yeah,
I feel
Saquon.
sick for Saquon's one of the most well-liked players in
I love
in the
Saquon,
NFL.
and I his career pushing Saquon agendas hasn't. I mean, I'm not the most diehard Saquon fan, but I feel bad for anybody who is, and I think I've almost become one this year because my eyes have really been open to just how bad it is for him and how bad it's always been in front of him with the offensive line. I think he does.
Yeah, the
But if he
Dolphins.
is
I don't
so-
think the Dolphins are not winning this game, bro. How many times has Tua been sacked? I feel like every time I look over, he's on the ground.
If he's so
I
great,
haven't-
why'd he drop the ball? That is a good point. That is a good point. If the Packers win this game, I don't want to see a single player like celebrate or do anything. They need to look like
Oh my god! The Titans just did the same. This is even worse than what the Giants did. The ball bounced in front of Westbrook-Akine. He tried to catch it after the bounce.
on a
muffed
punt.
it. Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
See, that
this
I've
is
seen
horrible.
before. I've never seen somebody try to get back up and then fumble.
So Tua got sacked. They punted. Westbrook-Akine says, clear out, clear out. Or no, this isn't Westbrook-Akine. It's Barber. Or who's
I don't
33?
know who Barb
Yeah, I don't. Who's 33?
on the
Garter?
Titans.
Yeah, Garber. I don't fucking know. I've never seen this player before. Eric Garber. He's
The name
just
sounds
a punt
familiar.
returner. He's just a punt returner. He went to Louisiana.
Let's see what my parents have to say.
Okay, he's a rookie punt returner. Got you. He's a corner. Yeah, and he tried to like catch it after the bounce. And he just I can't tell if he was like I think he was like trying to catch it, but also trying to get out of the way. And like he couldn't decide, and he did neither. And now the Dolphins are gonna have the ball again.
Tough. My family in the group chat is appalled at this Packers performance. They're not liking the end arounds. Which I am also not liking.
Your family knows ball.
The problem, I was talking about this earlier. I don't know if you were in or out, Matt. Like LaFleur's playbook is always cute. Like
They calling it too cute. I love calling things too cute. That's I don't care. I love that.
It's true. It is cute. Like it is too cute. The problem is like when LaFleur's offense is good this year, it's also like it's always too cute. And if you don't like too cute, like you better be like wholly anti LaFleur because it's triple option, it's end arounds, it's flea flickers. Like we've seen it all this year. He's just it's all this motion, like every play. Rodgers thought it was too cute. Like Rodgers is like, I just prefer to drop back. And he's got a point sometimes. Like I put up 15 yards an attempt in Madden without motion, Sometimes it's better. You just line up and call audibles and spend that time tinkering.
I like using motion in Madden just to like get a feel if it's man or zone.
Oh, what a catch. No, damn it.
One. Couldn't get the second foot. Tough.
Oh, that was so close. Jordan.
Me personally, I would have got the second foot down.
Not even close.
Titans special teams coach is getting fired after this year for sure.
My mom will be in shambles. That was a golden opportunity. Dobbs is ass. He's not ass, but he probably has the most tenuous future with the team, I would say. Like, if there ever gets a point where it's like, okay, we need a better wide receiver, I feel like Reed and Watson are kind of here to stay in their respective roles. And Dobbs might be, I don't know. Dobbs might be the one on the chalking block, and then not now. I think he's good, but Titans special teams coach already got fired. I did not see that news. He does it. That makes a lot of sense after what happened to Ryan Stonehouse.
Yeah, that checks.
Yeah.
Blaiden's already been fired.
2nd and goal. Come on, boys.
I was about to say, they've had a pretty bad run of bad special teams performances.
Giants called timeout, right?
Yeah, they just called timeout.
Yeah.
Dobbs sucks.
Go back to.
I knew I wasn't tripping when I watched his.
The Titans are losing this game. Oh God, what are they doing?
They're playing the Dolphins, man. What's going on?
No, but they're just shooting themselves in the foot. So they had the punt, and then I can't even tell what's happening. It's just because they're like cutting from commercial, and all of a sudden the ball is just like on the ground. Derrick Henry and Will Levis are like scrambling to try and pick it up.
Most
and then like
successful
the
ESPN broadcast.
Oh, they try to pitch. So they try to shotgun like lateral pitch.
Dude.
Derrick Henry dropped it.
Oh no.
Shotgun lateral pitch and Derrick Henry dropped it.
Brutal.
Oh my God. Love was panicking that entire play.
Damn, man.
Malik Heath right in his hands.
Damn.
Dude, they should challenge that with some of the possession calls I've seen. Like, he had as much possession as Kelsey did last night. Did he not?
That's incomplete.
It should be. I agree with you completely. But I think a lot of the times they get it a little bit too. Might as well.
Well, a lot of the times it entirely changes. You know, he makes no football move. He doesn't control it going to the ground or anything. But you never know.
You never know.
It's slightly different week to week, and they're going to.
This is as much of a catch as that Michigan guy had.
I don't know how on earth.
But they ruled it
a touchdown.
They ruled this one incomplete. They just didn't want to get booed. Yeah, he never has it. But hopefully the refs get it wrong.
Yeah, someone's saying the Dolphins are just going to beat another bad team by pure luck.
How is that not a touchdown? Because he never has the ball. I'm glad you guys think that it is. I'm hoping the refs follow the same logic. I think that he's working on securing it, and then Pinnock bats it away, does he not?
Yeah, from this angle, as he's through his chest, the ball turns. And to me,
that's what I'm
like a sign of no control.
That's what I'm seeing too, Blaiden. I think that it's
the play stands. So
incomplete. I can't be too mad at that, but wow, how close was that, man? That was, if he had it for a millisecond more.
I think that's
if it hadn't been bobbling around when he brought it to his chest, they probably call that a catch.
Yeah, I thought that was incomplete, but the family group chat doesn't seem to agree.
No, they don't like that
saying they're saying touchdown.
Oh. Hold on.
No one say anything.
I'm behind everybody, so.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is nuts. Yeah, and that's in. I'm watching the pylon angle right now. That's textbook.
Matt, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Why would you dial it up to Heath?
Why not, man? Because he scored. That's why.
I guess that you had a lot
the
of
ends
faith
justify
in him.
the means.
Yep.
Man, wow.
No question about that.
That's a diabolical. That's a diabolical play call to see him.
That was a great catch.
To see
that's
him
what's crazy about it.
That
was a fantastic catch.
That was an amazing catch. He totally redeemed himself, and they almost gave him the opportunity to do so, even though he's our most inconsistent receiver. Like, he's the fourth string and the undrafted free agency, like Dobbs.
I'm glad he'll appreciate the touchdown more than anybody else. I think he'll have great perspective on.
He will have great perspective. I enjoy it. I mean, it worked. So
a Tommy DeVito game-winning drive would make me.
That would make me want to.
It would fill me with. Actually, let me see what the score is in the fantasy matchup, because that.
Okay, they're going. Oh, right, they're going for 2. I haven't missed. Man, just like that, the Dolphins are up 14. Another end around.
Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, I don't think I'm winning.
Another end around.
I'm down 23 in the 32-team fantasy league. Do we think Tommy DeVito and DeAndre Hopkins have it in them in these final
Probably
minutes? Someone said the Dolphins will be the worst 11-win team ever. The 2020 Steelers would like a word.
There has to be worse ones than the Dolphins. The Dolphins are like pretty legit, right?
They're pretty legit.
They're not.
That Steelers team was not. That Steelers team was the worst 11-win team
Until Matt defended them on TikTok.
And
And they lost.
I thought they were their record to some extent.
You are your record.
You are your record to some extent. It was just funny because of how fast they fell off
Yeah,
after you
it-
made
it
that video.
happens.
And then they lost like. Did they win a game after that?
Yeah, they got one.
They got one. 1-6.
All right, Packers, don't let me down. Any chance Wee Hoopin can get on the pod? Funnily enough, I've asked him to be on the pod before.
Who?
That is an open
Hoopin.
invite. We Hoopin can come on whenever he would
can
like.
come out, and he said
And he can be in
responded. He
character
was like,
or out of character. It makes no difference.
In character.
yeah. Cody Hazelton is also invited.
Yeah.
I asked him, and he said sure. He
We'll
said
take
sure.
look.
And then
We'll
I
take
said-
Bruce Wayne or Batman at this point.
And then I said, great. What time works for you? And then he aired me out. He left me on red.
This is tough.
But I'm sure that Mr. Hoopin is very busy. So
I've recently, if anyone is on Rocket League TikTok by chance, I've recently discovered the Wee Hoopin of Rocket League TikTok, and it's very funny. His name is AP Slays, and he just gets. He's not quite Wee Hoopin because he just gets angry at everything, but. It's such a.
We got a kicker wearing. Who is their kicker? Number 46, Bullock. 11. Oh, that's Randy Bullock. Okay, he's wearing number 47. I didn't recognize him. Randy Bullock. He's been in the league forever.
It's gonna come.
Yeah, he is. He is looking a little well fed.
Fat Randy. He's on that Eddie Lacy diet, man.
Fat Randy. Has he always been fat?
Let's go. Tommy DeVito masterclass coming soon.
I do not trust our defense. There it is.
I wouldn't either. I'm afraid. That's brutal.
The Wandale legacy game to beat us.
It's sick stuff.
Losing to Tommy DeVito is nasty work. Nixon has been the LVP of the game, I'm afraid.
Damn. Yeah.
We need a Daboll brain fart and let
Flea flicker.
Why not just let him score? I don't know. The odds that there's a freak missed field goal is, I feel like, about the same as you going to score a touchdown with 20 seconds left all the way down the field. I cooked the pizza. I cooked the pasta.
This is just going to be a few runs and then a kick. We're not getting much more than that.
No.
I think we should see a bomb from DeVito here.
DeVito being good is great. I know that, like, no one online will think DeVito should be the starter, but I just know, like, the average New Yorker is gonna like.
Why not DeVito the starter?
I guess I don't know.
You know,
I'm here.
Sure.
Tyrod and Daniel Jones. Sure.
I agree. I agree. The average,
Actually, I think there's some value in making the average New Yorker happy. So be it. I don't think any of the other quarterbacks would change their life.
He's a fucking local. He's one of us.
Thinking of that Derrick Rose clip.
No one's benefit.
Why can't I be?
He's the Baker Mayfield of the New York Giants.
No, he's not.
He's one of them.
He's not.
Baker Mayfield was one of the Clevelanders.
Hopkins
touchdown. Huh?
Where is Baker from?
He's from Texas.
Yeah. Is he from? Is he fucking?
But he's
Italian in New York.
But he's one of the Cleveland guys.
He's just one of the guys in general. Like every
and one of the guys is in Cleveland.
This is nothing to do.
The guys are
with
in
Baker.
Cleveland.
There are guys everywhere.
No, there aren't. They're only in Cleveland.
No, they exist all over the world.
All three of us live in Cleveland right now.
There are guys in Tempe. I've seen them myself.
I didn't run him out of town. I said that Baker Mayfield should have taken the time off to heal when he first got hurt. That is what ruined his career in Cleveland. The fact that he played through his injury. Because if he didn't play, he wouldn't have played bad, and they wouldn't have been able to be like, well.
All right, Fat Randy, let's see what you got. Hopefully a big miss. 7
Hopefully
for
a big
13.
miss. My team can win.
Does anyone have Fat Randy in the 32-team league?
I guess they gotta, right? It's only 32.
Well, good game. All right, so I'm 1 for 2 so far on predictions for.
What are you talking about, dude? Okay, now you can go.
Blaiden.
Okay, I see the win. Continue on with what you're saying.
I'm 1 for 2 so far on game predictions for tonight. If the Titans can somehow pull off this miraculous comeback, I'll be 2 for 2.
Nice.
It honestly wouldn't be that miraculous. They scored a touchdown, got a 2-point try. They're down 6 right now. They get a stop, which they've been able to get stopped. They just turn the ball over on back-to-back drives inside the 20. They get a stop here. It's like real shot. Also, I'm only down 13 right now in the 32-team league.
Brilliant.
We get a big DeAndre Hopkins play, and I'm like back in it. But I also need a Okonkwo to not do anything.
My instant reaction to the Packers' loss is I honestly don't think that it's super over just because this game was so bad. I don't know. I like their schedule is easy. They seem to play a lot better at the end. I don't know. I've seen enough good in the weeks before this where I think that the comedy of errors that I saw in the first half and early and the third quarter can be eliminated in future games. Although it did look a lot like some games earlier this year. So maybe they'll never get over it. But I don't know. They're capable of playing a lot better than that. Jordan Love did have some money throws, but man, just played so dog shit early. I don't know. It was a rough one, but hopefully.
I mean, they're still in the playoffs off tiebreakers right now.
Yeah. Just got to rebound like they did before after some games like that.
It builds character. Yeah.
I'm hoping it's a character.
I honestly, there's maybe some truth to that.
And DeVito
I thought he played pretty fine backup game.
Yeah, he didn't play so bad.
He usually got
Wan'Dale
out of there.
Robinson is the real star, I thought.
Yeah.
He had some ridiculous catches. Maybe kind of a confidence builder for Dable and company to go out there and kind of make things look easy for a backup quarterback and, get him about 90% completion percentage. And the Packers, I mean, Joe Barry, the clock is really ticking. I mean, points-wise, they haven't been so bad recently, but they've gotten pretty lucky. They got lucky again in this game that they even had a shot to win it at the end because of that Saquon fumble. It's just not – they're not buttoned up on any level. The secondary is prone to just dumb mistakes and technique failures, and so are the linebackers, and so is the defensive line. And, I mean, Nixon – it was pretty bad, but I don't know. The Rams should be in over the Packers. Luckily, we beat Brett Rippon. We'll see. I think a lot will come down to that Vikings game on New Year's Eve for that NFC.
Yeah, that could very much be for the final spot.
Yes.
Did you guys already play? Who won that one?
The Vikings won. That was a Packers performance that looked a lot like this one, where they just couldn't quite sequence plays or get anything together at all. So, yeah, pretty tough. Oh well. I cannot believe DeVito's family. That's what I'll end on.
They're awesome.
It is really cool.
Yes.
Are you guys watching the Titans game? They just got the ball back. They're down
I guess
6
I might as well.
with 2:15 to go.
I suppose I might as well.
If the Dolphins choke this, that'll be
Bad, maybe.
That would make me feel a little better that the other team on Monday night also blew a huge opportunity, and part of the heat coming towards the Packers could get deflected towards the Dolphins.
Oh, I think it would definitely go more to the Dolphins because they got two back-to-back like gimme turnovers. Oh, Hopkins! Oh, the guy I need, man.
That is the guy you need. Nobody gives a fuck about the Titans. That's true, but a lot of people give a fuck about the Dolphins.
Exactly.
So, Kohud not quite understanding what is happening there.
Not quite. Really wishing I had started Jalen Naylor this week. It would have been much more in the cards right now.
Good play call. Get the ball to Okonkwo. It's been such a disappointing year for Okonkwo. I had such high hopes for him. I mean, he just fights the ball when he had so many spectacular catches, it felt like last year. And this year, he just can't buy a catch down the field at all. But, man, he's a real freak with the ball in his hands and is capable of some.
Yeah, I need Okonkwo to not get the
one-of-one plays.
My opponent has Okonkwo.
So. Okonkwo could be such a fun. He's one of my agenda guys, honestly. I feel like he could be such a weapon.
For a while.
He has been a big miss this year, though. He's been selling.
He's a good player, though.
He's a talented player.
Yeah, I guess a better way to put it.
I can't imagine there's any Titans fans in the chat. Give me the feeling of the fan base around Okonkwo if they just all want him cut or whatever. Who's been my most disappointing player this year? Probably Bosa, Joey. He was pretty rough. You know, when you look at the Chargers, obviously a lot has been disappointing. Eckler, falling off in a big way. Johnston has been extremely disappointing. Slater has been disappointing.
It's hard not to pick somebody from the Panthers.
I mean, Ekwonu's been pretty much.
That was going to be my pick. I mean, just abysmal. For not saying rookies, I feel like it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to not say rookies. I guess Siaki Ika has like not seen the field for the Browns this year. So, which is like their defensive line's great, so who cares? But
Lewis Seen disappointing. Yeah, he's been disappointing, but the thing that has kind of almost redeemed that situation a little bit is that the safeties in front of him have ended up being quite good. Bynum and Metellus, like maybe Seen still has hope, and it's not like he's been in terrible. It's like, I don't know. That's kind of cope, but maybe sometime he just hasn't gotten an opportunity to show anything. So when he does, and he will eventually, then we can, I think, make a judgment on him. Judy has been super disappointing. I've never been super high on Judy, but this year is pretty invisible, even by his standards.
give it to Hopkins, I say.
Jerry Judy is the George Pickens of Gabe Davis. What is that?
Wait, what?
Jerry Judy is the George Pickens.
I have no idea what that means.
He's just the talented bad wide receiver too, I think.
The talent.
Is George Pickens not the George Pickens of Gabe Davis's though?
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And that makes
Stolen
Jerry
from
Judy
Twitter.
the Jerry
Oh,
Judy of Gabe Davis's.
You got busted. You're right that Theo Jackson has seen time over Seen. I forgot about that. Theo Jackson entered that Eagles game earlier in the year and got absolutely mossed at the first.
Browns mentioned. Who mentioned the Browns?
You.
When?
Like 1 minute ago.
What?
Siaki Ika.
Yeah, but someone just commented that. So, like, unless the chat's like 90 seconds behind.
Might be.
Guess it could be. Thoughts on Delpit extension? Deserved. He has
been nice this year.
Also, Matt, when you said that I can't give Delpit the most improved player because I liked him last year, I said he was the best. He was the Browns' best open field tackler last year, which is a low
You liked him
bar.
last year.
All I said was
you can't pull off this lie. I'm sorry. No shot. I'm not believing this for 1 second.
You will believe this for 1 second.
I'm not believing it for 1
I believe that when we did our favorite players episodes, like Grant Delpit was mentioned.
Yeah, I like the player, but I don't think I didn't think he was like. I didn't think he was.
He
like,
was one of your favorites in the whole.
He wasn't like an. He wasn't like an all-pro.
He's nice.
Yeah, Rashard Higgins used to be one of my favorite players in the whole.
The heat is off the Packers. Everyone look at the Dolphins.
Everyone,
look,
it's not over. It's not over.
Yeah,
they first have to
make
the PAT.
Yeah, you're right. I may have celebrated too early. Look at the look on Tua's face. Oh, but look at Levis. Levis is freaking out.
Oh God, bro. Levis.
There's still a minute 50. There's still a minute 50.
Dog. Yeah. If the Dolphins win this game, that'll go viral of like the Tua face and the Levis face.
Tua gonna see what it's like to be Herbert. Didn't Hill come back in the game? This could be a big moment for Tua. Yeah, everybody watching.
He's celebrating with a minute 50 left. He thinks he's up against Herbert.
Tua has more to lose than to win in this situation, though. Like if he's
come on.
Me?
Come on.
I'm saying on public perception, if he loses to the Titans, everyone will be like, "Oh no,
Yeah, there's
he fails
probably
this."
some truth
But
to
if he
that,
beats
but
the Titans after they blew the lead and have been kind of in a dogfight anyway, I don't know if anyone is go. It depends on how it happens, you know. If it really does. Like
it does depend on how
it depends on how it happens. If Raheem Mostert breaks off an 80-yard run here, then the dialogue will be very different.
Yeah.
Than if Tua hits a perfect dime, then
I'm
DeVito performed.
actually hoping for a Tua to Tyreek touchdown just so we can get another DeAndre Hopkins drive.
We don't care about the fantasy team, I fear.
I'm down 11.
I'm
so close.
If you've won like 2 games.
I've won 2 games.
It's garbage time in that league, man.
I'm just trying not to get relegated at this point.
But doesn't this not matter for that because there's a bracket?
I guess, but like, and my current matchup is favorable. So
yeah, so it does. This is kind of like not really relevant this week. Like I'm gonna crush this week. It doesn't do me anything, unfortunately.
Man,
I wish it
Lodge
did.
about to push crazy agendas if the Dolphins win.
Is Nico having a masterclass on Twitter? I could have been having a masterclass on Twitter during that Packers game, but instead I was wasting all my.
Zero just tackled zero.
I'm sorry, that was a dumb thing to say.
I don't like game-winning drives when you only need a field goal and you got 2 minutes. That's not real.
Matt, I know you're mad because there's no opportunity for a tie.
Oh, there is.
The Rams-Ravens one would have been so sweet. That would have been a great game to have tie.
Game of the year.
There is a chance for a tie if they score and go for 2.
No, it's impossible.
Or if they score, get the PAT,
Can't
and
happen.
then the Titans score and miss the PAT. Now some time territory.
What a move by Landry there.
That was nice.
I think he's had like 2 sacks this game.
2 has been hit a lot. Not what you want to see. Yeah, nasty. Did he hold on to that?
I was also cheering for the Vikings Raiders 0-0 tie.
Oh man, that would have been great.
Yeah.
I think they're going to review that.
What position would you like the Panthers to draft in the second round? Probably a receiver, but I guess it kind of depends. Whoever, but probably like if I had my choice and I knew who was there, I'd probably take a receiver over anything.
Looks like that was definitely between his legs at one point on the ground.
Yeah,
was. I'm trying to see if he got his hand under in time before.
He did pin it there for a well, actually.
that's a catch.
It does.
That's
Damn.
totally a catch. It does not ever hit the ground.
Yep. He caught that shit. Wow.
Yeah, he pinned it between his legs and got his hands underneath it.
Shades of Gary Barnage. Do you remember that catch?
I actually do remember that catch.
That was a great catch.
It does look like a catch. Smythe, coolest name in the league. Yeah, not a super concept. Well, I guess a field goal. That's field goal. So yeah. Way to go, Smythe. Tua got Brady luck. Well, Smythe shouldn't have even had it between his legs in the first place, right? Like that was
Probably not.
that wasn't like a bad ball from Tua, right?
I didn't think so.
Maybe it was though.
Uh-oh. Oh, A-Chain nasty.
Dang.
Damn.
For 1 yard, but still. There's going to be a game right here. And they're saying that's a running clock. That's crazy.
Oh.
What have you got? Why is no one over?
Hurry.
Okay.
You just got to get the 2 yards here.
Wow.
Wow.
That looked very disorganized from the Dolphins.
I don't think they were ready for
Wow.
that to be a running clock.
Because
I got both of my picks right. Let's go.
That was a great. Those are great selections, Blaiden. I cannot lie. Titans and Giants. You got to be the only one.
I should have bet on it. Man.
I don't know about that.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure how much I love just, I guess.
So I'm trying to go
from
back
the
and see kind of
Dolphins.
what they were trying to run here.
They threw
So-
the toss to A-Chain, and that's a risky play call to throw it that far behind the line of scrimmage on 3rd down, right? Like when you're trying to get in field goal range, like you're doing that. But I guess it worked. Like A-Chain did make a play. It didn't work, but it didn't end up being a disaster. So it could have been like any other incompletion. That last play was a little embarrassing.
There is not enough. There is way too much going on, like 10 yards down the field. Why is there one route? I guess 2 routes at the sticks, and it's like
He could have
A-Chain
thrown that
and
to Smythe, though. It looks like Smythe breaks
Yes.
out at the sticks.
Smythe
and like
breaks out.
He's open there, like with body positioning. If you put it out
Yeah.
in front of him, I mean,
I guess Tyreek is probably the decoy.
and then
Tyreek
Tua doesn't
and
really
Waddle are, like, the
maneuver the
decoys
pocket
here.
super well either.
He's trying to clear out a little bit and then get Smythe and A-Chan underneath. Tough.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a worse loss than what the Packers had.
That's
I think.
way worse than everyone.
That's
should be
way
talking about that.
worse. Holy cow.
Herbert would have won that real. Man,
Well-
yeah, that's a brutal way to go. Will Levis, stay hot legend.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. But I think that wraps up another live stream. We'll be back tomorrow to do a live film breakdown of another edge prospect. We've looked at Verse, we've looked at JTT, we've looked at who's the other guy we looked at? I'm blanking on his name right now.
Chop Robinson.
Chop, yeah. So we'll look at another guy tomorrow, and then of course we'll be recording another episode Wednesday, and that'll come out Thursday morning. But until next time, thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will catch you on the flippity flop.